Okay, so I have everything all wired up, pretty much just like it shows on the diagram. I am using a 12-volt camera, not a 5-volt, so I'm going to show you the wiring and how I did it with using a 12-volt camera. It's always nice to see it in real time, so I'm going to show you just what it looks like on the plane. I have here all hooked up. So basically, let's start off with the signal wires. You have your camera wires, all three, and you've got your yellow signal wire coming here, and basically that wire is just going right to the OSD, and it is the middle wire with the pin right on that spare servo connector or servo lead that I have. And then you have the signal wire. Let's see, it's the yellow wire coming off your transmitter, and that goes right to your OSD also, and that would be the top pin right there. If I can get a pointer. Just like in the diagram, the top pin, turn this a little bit, would be the signal wire or the yellow wire going to your transmitter. So that's really simple. All I did was hook the yellow wire from the transmitter to the top pin, and the yellow wire from the camera, there's the yellow wire there, and tie that into the middle pin. Now we've got two more wires, two more colors I should say, the black and the red. Simple also. You've got the black coming from the camera and the black coming from the transmitter. All you do is tie those together somewhere in the middle so that they're connected, and you need to, let me show you where it's connected here. There we go. But you can see here I have 4 wires coming out of there because I had to tie in 2 more wires. One of those wires is right there, is going to go right to your battery connector. I'm using a Dean's connector. And the other wire is going to go to the ground, which is the bottom pin on your OSD. So again, the black wires come together, one from your camera, one from your transmitter, but you need to solder in 2 other wires into that because one's going to go ground to your battery connector, where your battery is going to get connected to power your camera and your transmitter, and the other wire, let's see, it's over on this side, is going to go right to your OSD, the bottom pin, which is ground, just like on your diagram. Okay, so we have one more color left, that's red. Again, you've got red coming from your camera and red coming from your transmitter. You just bring those together somewhere in the center, solder them together, but you need, on the red wire, you need another wire tied into that, or spliced into it, however you want to call it, because that's the wire, that's the other, the positive that's going to go to your battery connector to hook up your battery to power your camera and your transmitter. And that's pretty much it as far as connecting your camera and your transmitter. But now we have the current sensor, and that's over here, and that's connected to your OSD on the bottom. There's the black connector right there, and that is your current sensor, and that's very simple. All you do is, I'm going to pull the plane wing back a little bit so you can see. There's my battery for the plane underneath, and there's my electronic speed control. Let's move the OSD out of the way a little bit. And this is very simple. You've got the male end on the left, and that gets where your battery gets connected to, and you've got your female on the right, and that's where your electronic speed control gets hooked up into, and that's it. It's as simple as that. But you still have to power up your OSD. You've got the 3 pins on the top. The top pin is your RSI. Push this back in again. Let's see. Yeah, your top pin is your RSSI. Your middle pin is for power. That's the 5 volts that needs to go into that middle pin to power this OSD. And then the bottom pin is the ground. So I'm not going to use the RSSI right now. I haven't figured out how to do that. That'll be my next learning project. What I did was got one of these connectors from Hobby King, already pre-made, red and black, and I plugged it right into the bottom 2 right there pins on the OSD. Okay, there it is plugged in, and the other end simply gets plugged into an open channel or an auxiliary channel on your receiver, and there it is going into mine. I have it plugged into channel 7, and that's pretty much it for powering up your OSD. Connect it from the bottom 2 and the other end right to an open channel or an auxiliary channel on your receiver. And now we just need to hook everything up or turn everything on and see if it's working. Okay, that's it. Thanks.